back to my channel. So today we're going to be using the Norvina's Volume 1 palette. This palette is amazing. The eyeshadows are very pigmented. They're very easy to blend. So starting off with the eye look, I use the color A5, which is a bright pink color, and I just take this and I run it along the upper portion of the eye. Then I tail that down to connect it to the outer corner to create a little V. And I just continue to tap it with the same brush and kind of blend it out, and then we go over it with a fluffy blending brush. Now for the purple shade, I'm taking shade A3, but the real shade that you want to use is B4. A3, as you'll see when it goes along, it wasn't giving me the color that Norvina had in her photo, which is when I switched things to B4 and went over everything in the end with B4 off camera. And run it along directly where you put the pink shade, so directly into the crease. Just smoke the end out. Then to cut the crease, I am just using the ABH primer, which is also what I prime my lids with in the beginning. So we're doing a half cut crease and tapping over that with a sponge. For the lid shade, I am taking C1, which is a very bright opaque white. Love this white color. And I'm just putting that all over the lid. We're gonna put a baby blue color onto the lid. So when you put the white on, don't use too much because it can get kind of cakey and chalky, and then the blue shade won't go over it and blend as seamless as you want it to. Going back to the purple shade, I am now blending out that little gap area and packing that onto the outer corner. Then I take a fine angled brush and clean up the edges around that blue. Moving on to the body painting portion, I am taking a bunch of colors that I mixed together from the CC Beauty paint palette. It's like a flash palette. I will put colors that I mixed in onto the screen. So we're just taking, and then we're taking a clean sponge from Real Techniques and just blending it out. So just blend that along the neck, across the neck, and then bring it also down to your chest. And a little fun fact, I hate blending anything onto my neck, but I always blend things on my neck. So do I really learn? No. And then we're gonna take the Ben Nice translucent setting powder and set that whole thing up. For the lines, we're taking that same color that we just blended out with the sponge, using a brush to dip into it, and then we're just making diagonal lines across the neck and chest area, and then you're gonna go in the opposite direction and draw diagonal lines across. To shade the actual cone, so this is our cone that we're making on our neck. So to shade the cone, first we're gonna go into E3. We're just taking that and blending it. Take E3 and we are blending that along the top portion of it, and then we're just bringing it down a little bit and filling in that whole thing. Now to deepen it up, we're gonna take color C5. We're just blending the top portion of it, so just the top triangle of that. You just want to put it on, and then to blend it, you are just doing tapping motions. I'm using the reference photo for this, so I'm following how it's shaded on the reference photo. Now moving on to the actual ice cream part, we're using the Miron's Pastel paint palette. We're taking the lighter pink shade in the palette. And with this pink shade, I'm just drawing in squiggly lines to just make some swooshes, little swoops. And then bringing that pink shade all the way down our chest and arms. Then with the purple pastel shade in the palette, I'm just putting that along the empty portion on my shoulders and then using the pink shade to blend that out on the other shoulder. Now for the drip portion of, make sure that your brush is wet enough, not too wet because then it'll be too transparent and you want the colors to be opaque. Then I dip it into the paint and just let it drip down. This is really easy to do. For the rhinestones, I'm using 3 sets. The bigger stones, the more colorful ones, had self-adhesive on the back. It was already sticky. Those were the easiest ones to stick in place. And to figure out where to place these stones, I'm also looking at the reference photo. Now for the smaller stones, I had to use Prozade. And these stones, oh my God, gave me a run for my money. For all the people out there who are doing these euphoria look, my hat is off to you. I lost patience with these stones. I did my foundation and blush and all that off camera. Moving back to the eyes, I am taking that purple shade, and that's the only shade that I'm using on the lower lash line. And I'm just putting that on and then smoking it out. For the inner corner, I'm using that same white color in C1. For the gems on the face, again, we use that Prozade and then we just stuck these on. And if you put too much Prozade, it's okay, just use a Q-tip to wipe it away and keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep going and sticking the gems, and I'm just gonna kind of show you how I'm putting it on so you can get a idea of the placement. I didn't want to fast forward completely through this, just in case someone wants to recreate and you were wondering how it's done. Here you go. For the gems on the eye, I'm taking those tiny little baby gems and I put 3 of those in my inner corner. I was gonna use this coral lipsticks, but once I put it on, it just didn't go with the vibe of the look. It was taking away from the actual art piece. I decided to wipe it off and then use the Dazed liquid lipsticks from ABA. But I will say with the coral lipsticks, the formula is perfect. It's very light and you don't really feel like there's anything on your lip. Now for the change of hair. That's it. That's the finished look. If you guys liked it, then please subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up, and until next time, bye.